Can we say all that in unison? Welcome back to another episode of Consensual Carnage. Today we have our lovely guest, Miss.Fortune,
Hello.
and I am your host, Maxwell Fierce. Pronouns are they, them. My co-host is
Goddess Bats, they, them, or all pronouns.
I use she, they. Nice to meet everyone. And thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Thanks
Coming
for
on
being
to our
here.
show. So how long have you been Miss.Fortune?
So, Miss.Fortune was actually kind of a newer development. It came when I started working at the dungeon that I originally worked at. Because I was racking my head over a name and I had like a whole list full of names and
I did that too.
Exactly. And once you have a whole list, you start narrowing down your favorites and then you just kind of go through them. I kind of landed on Miss.Fortune for a couple of reasons.
And it's Miss.Fortune Cookie.
Yeah, and I use
That's the full name.
So I use Miss.Fortune Cook with an E, but I also go by Cookie. And part of the reason for that was also because growing up, I had a kid who we were in the same elementary to high school, and even though we weren't like talking too much, he would always call me Cookie. So that was always a part of it. But also, I used to play League of Legends growing up, and there's a champion called Miss.Fortune. And
yes, there is.
Yep.
Okay.
I still have to. I gotta make a cosplay for her.
You should. League of Legends cosplay.
Yes, absolutely.
I think we could do it.
I think we could.
For a scene?
Ooh.
Maybe that's the scene.
Listen,
we just came up with
right. See, this is how it works, the brainstorming. This is how it happens firsthand. Literally, it's just shooting shit with friends and being like, you know what, make a fun porn idea.
Right?
Yeah, that's, so I came up with that also because when you're working at the dungeon, I was like, oh, Fortune, Cook with an E. And I picked Fortune because you go by like a lot of times like you have an honorific like mistress and I would be Miss.Fortune.
Exactly.
So a little play on
like
words.
A drag name.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dungeon life.
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, right?
Okay, now I get it. That's awesome.
Exactly. And you know the thing about fortune cookies is that they American as shit. Like not for nothing.
That's very true.
They are not like truly like they're, and that's the thing. I'm like part of the diaspora. Like I was born in Queens. And I was like, oh, this is something that's like more so associated with like Asian cuisine without necessarily being a part of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
It's like American Asian cuisine.
Exactly. Yes.
I get that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, your name is so deep.
I picked all these reasons because I had like other names that I was considering. And then I was like, because I was considering names like Jade or something like that, and I was like, wait, this dungeon already has a Jade. There's too many Jades out here. I can't pick that name.
Totally.
And listen, I don't mind it because I have a friend who I work with who goes by Jade.
Yeah.
But but that's the thing. When you have a name that's so common, it makes it harder, I think, to be not mixed up.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think that's a trap that a lot of like kind of newer sex workers fall to.
Oh yeah.
And like, listen, when I first started, I think I went by like Angel or something like that. Something real generic, you know?
Totally.
I wasn't trying.
I feel like that's common too.
Exactly. Because that's when you're trying to be discreet. You're not trying to like put attention on yourself.
Sure.
But when that comes,
to blend in.
Exactly. But since I was working at the dungeon, I was like, oh, I have to be more like, it has to be more grabby, you know? More sticky.
Hell yeah.
It's getting sticky in the bit.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, like creating a brand for yourself or like your name, your image like sticks in people's minds.
Oh, absolutely. And like that's something that I don't think that I really like. I don't think I've ever done so much admin work in my life.
Yeah. Same.
I feel like that's the new world. Is like if you're gonna be an independent creator, that's your job.
Exactly. And I never seeked out to be an independent creator. It just kind of like, I was at the dungeon, but before that I did sugar baby. I did like in-person work, and digital work was a kind of newer thing for me, like within a little bit over a year ago. And as I started like growing in that way, I was like, God, there's so much work.
Right.
I know.
I was gonna say, I feel like you've done a lot of in-person work, and you just recently started getting into like the digital sphere, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Can you like go through? I mean, you kind of did, but I don't know if you left anything out.
So the main reason why I started doing digital work, kind of in the first place, was because I was doing in-person work. but it's hard when people don't know who you are. And I felt like I had met somebody who they were like, oh yeah, I tend to book people who like make content because they like to see kind of who they're booking with. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. So from that point on, I just kind of like started pursuing content in a more deliberate way because of that. And then I was like, wait a second, this makes money?
You can make money just doing it.
Exactly, because I was like, oh my god, wait, this is like I started doing it just as advertisement, basically.
Sure.
Exactly. And then I was like, wait, the advertisement for the money making strategy is a money making strategy
itself.
I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, wait, I can actually do this? It's crazy. But it's been a lot of fun. I've started enjoying a lot more aspects of the job after starting.
Do you feel like your customers or like your clients are better in some ways because they're like fans almost?
You know, I gotta say, I like a huge majority of my clients. I think like some people do. Yes.
That seems rare.
I gotta say, I like I'd say like probably like 90% of my clients. Like
that's
it's
amazing.
Very rare that I get clients who I don't like. And don't get me wrong, I don't consider people who like reach out, inquire, and they never book. I don't consider them clients.
Yeah, of course, because they don't even get through those
people that consistently pay you.
Deposit.
Exactly. People who consistently are clients. I like a majority of them because like I think that a lot of times these are people where I can really relate on a more personal level than with just the kind of like, oh, like here's what it is, like just in black and white text. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like a majority of my clients, and I tend to like have more like speaking relationships almost with them because half the time we're just like talking about like some nerdy meme or something. Like, and it's great because like I do get a lot of clients who are also around my age too.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I also recently like sometimes I get clients who are even younger than me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it makes it really interesting because it's like in a lot of ways we can relate and like talk about other things because sometimes they feel like they can be more open to you because they're booking you.
Sure.
You know, stuff that they can't really tell other members like in like their immediate circle, which makes it more interesting. And like on certain levels more intimate. Like I've given a lot of my clients like Valentine's Day cards and stuff. Like especially the regulars.
That was so cute.
Yeah. Like if I get booked on tour, like when I'm like traveling and it's around a holiday, like if somebody pre-books me, I'll like make them a card or something, you know?
Yeah.
And like
that kind of stuff. It's that kind of stuff that sticks in your client's mind because it shows that you actually think about them.
Yeah, and a lot of them are really sweet. You know, like I think there's like this huge like narrative that the people who book sex workers are creeps or weirdos and freaks. Don't get me wrong, some of them they are.
Sure,
some of them.
The majority are actually the opposite.
Right.
Exactly. They're harmless. And like granted, there's like a screening process for a reason. Like you discern safety wise who like you're gonna see. But generally I find that the people who like go through the effort are pretty worth seeing. And like a lot of them, even if it's not through like a shared interest, like if they see them like enough times, like we end up just like knowing parts about each other.
Sure. Yeah. That's natural.
And this is an industry where you can afford to kind of do that.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of set your own terms with it. Because there's of course a period where you have to get to know somebody. I'm not going to be so friendly off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of times it's like, oh, okay, like we actually would get along on a personal context outside of work.
Yeah.
And if something happens to them where it's not in our like breadth of work, like it doesn't concern sex work necessarily, but it concerns them on a personal level.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like if like there's say like an injury or like a loss or something like that, that's like a human thing that I think like I don't have to like be charging you to be like worried about your like well-being at this point. So I've been really lucky. Like I think in the past when I was younger and I didn't set my boundaries as hard, that's kind of when I got more clients who I wouldn't see today.
I think that's only natural.
Kind of
exactly how it works.
The natural progression of like learning what you want to do and what boundaries to even have.
And also having boundaries makes a big difference for the kind of clientele that.
Oh yeah. Because I started sex work when I was 18. I was like,
you don't know any better.
And it was like when you're 18, you do it in person, and it's really just like very loose.
Right.
But like as you're like, I didn't really consider it seriously until like kind of recently. And now that I have, I'm like, wow, I'm a lot more secure on kind of what I want now and what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not just client wise, but personal life wise. It all kind of
Mhm.
matches
It all
together.
blends.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very fluid.
Especially when you're doing something creative, I feel like it blurs the line. Like your
Oh.
life and your work are kind of like
Oh,
in
yeah.
one thing.
Exactly. Like, they're not like disconnected. I think there are some people where they have like kind of like a split.
Sure.
But,
Sure.
You
but
can like
yeah, exactly.
compartmentalize.
And I think it's sometimes it is easier to manage that, but it is nice to also have things kind of meld together in a way that works
Right.
for you.
I guess I'm talking about how like as a creator, like your persona or like your personality
Oh, it
is your
makes sense.
brand.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why people come to you.
Yeah.
So like part of that has to be you're authentically just who you are.
Oh, absolutely. I get so many like people where we share like just nerdy interests together.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally all of my clients have booked me because they were like, yeah, there's just something about you that like seems chill
You
and
connect
cool
with.
and like
Right.
things that you've said that basically show that like you're someone that I want to meet and know.
Totally.
Exactly. It was also funny too how we related recently about always ending up with the same people because we're both poly. It's a small community.
Totally. That's funny.
Yeah, it's a small community and we're poly, so like we always end up being butt
Lots of
buddies.
community.
And
That's kind of how it works.
and it's like, yeah, sometimes people it's like the vibe that I think attracts people.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we definitely have a similar vibe, so it makes sense that we're kind of fucking the same kinds of people.
Exactly.
There you go.
We attract the same, and we also don't have like our body types are also pretty similar.
Exactly.
So, like
Mhm.
in that regard, too, people are.
Sometimes it's the physical taste, but like we don't look exactly alike. But it's
Yeah.
like I think it's when people are like, I want a touch of alternative in there, but also
Yes.
I want a freak in there too.
Alternative with freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
And not
always a
like-
freak? Would you say like in high school?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I was that child with a masturbatory problem, but like didn't know what it was necessarily.
Wait, what was that?
A child with I was like one of those kids who had like a masturbatory problem.
Oh,
I was always in there. I was always
always in there.
yeah, but you know what's funny about me? The way I'm built, I have such short arms. I can barely reach my own pussy.
Right.
Oh, man.
So it's all clip
Vibrator?
play. All
Oh,
clip
clip
play.
play.
Yeah,
No, I
generally.
understand
Oh,
the
well, I
struggle
mean,
of
that's
having
kind of
short
an
arms.
awkward angle in general.
Exactly. And like, not for nothing, I remember like, because growing up, like I was kind of growing up in like a not a small town, but like people around like you get you get to be boyfriend girlfriend, you hook up whatever and then it was funny because at one point I was like, wow, I've like taken a couple people's virginities just from like us like being teenagers and fucking around, but like I kind of want to try like adult dick and like that was the day like when I turned 18. I think sometime that week that I first turned 18 I was like let me
Yeah, you're like, so
What's the real thing like?
where's the power?
exactly because that was just something that I wanted to experience and
Sure.
I seeked it out, but like also that's somebody who like I wouldn't see now, like that dude was kind of awful to me, like
Sure.
Yeah.
and it's something that like you have to go through those experiences, I think.
You
Yeah.
have to go through those experiences.
The
to,
trial and
like,
error.
learn the lessons and grow.
Exactly. And like I didn't even think that I would be speaking so freely on this, but it's funny to me because it's like, oh yeah, like sometimes it starts from like being really young and being really like I think curious about like sensuality and like physical feelings and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I think another aspect of being neurotypical, like not like
Mhm.
is that the word for it? Non-neurotypical.
Neurodivergent?
Neurodivergent, yeah.
Yes.
Another aspect of that is I think seeking out that kind of like physical.
Sure.
It's almost like stimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's like human stimming.
Exactly. Yeah, human stimming.
Yeah, I get that.
And then like I was always like a very sexual person, and I think like
I also think that's a typical trait with neurodivergent people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're more sexually like fluid and fluid.
Yes.
engage.
Yeah.
Just more fluid in general, I feel.
Generally, yeah. Because like certain things, I just look at it and I'm like, that's a concept. Like,
Right.
you know, like that's how I feel about gender a lot too. Because I look
Yeah.
at it, I'm like, that's just whatever. That's existing if you want to see it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, sure.
Exactly.
But
I think we're all understanding of that. in this
oh yeah,
room.
oh yeah. I listen. These titties are limited edition because they coming off. My back hurts. At some point, they're gonna come off. But yeah, it's a fun mix of things. But generally, I think it kind of just starts like I was the kid who was like humping the couch growing up because I was like, what is this? It feels nice.
Yo.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I
the
definitely
same.
was the kid in my room. Like I had a huge plush shark from IKEA, and
Mm.
I would like.
You would ride the
on
shark?
that.
You're like, wow, this is so nice.
That's awesome.
Like
Daddy
something
shark.
about it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh well, once I started really masturbating, I used the shark more efficiently.
Uh-huh.
It still worked in my
For
favor.
me, it was the
Found the
bath.
fin.
It was the bathtub spout. It was the bathtub spout for me.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
mhm.
classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Incredible. Yeah, and I kind of, I was very explorative sexually when I was younger, and I think
Mhm.
Yeah,
part of
same.
that led up to me like knowing certain techniques like how to squirt and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I learned that because
Yes.
literally one day I was like, I'm gonna figure it out today. And I
Figure
sat
it out.
down in front of my laptop and I literally masturbated until I squirted 17 times. I was like, okay, I got the method down.
You got the method down.
Yeah, I destroyed my laptop.
Absolutely.
I had to bring it to Apple Care.
That's awesome.
I had to bring it to Apple Care and be like, yeah, I spilled juice on my laptop.
It's juice. It's white grape juice.
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
talking about? There's no smell.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's totally true.
Mhm.
And I feel like that is like also an effect of people that are like more hypersexual is that you're taking it more seriously. So you end up becoming better at it.
Yeah.
naturally.
I had somebody tell me one time that I was like, oh, I went to a play party, but like, I hooked up with a couple people, but I wish I could have performed better or something like that. And my friend looked at me and they're like, you talk about sex like an athlete talks about a sport.
Yo, actually that I revised my statement because there's two different kinds.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
There are two different kinds of hypersexual people.
Yeah.
Yes, the ones that like to go deep and the ones that like to keep it kind of like what is it? Quantity over quality. There it is.
Yes.
Quantity over quality.
Versus
Yes.
quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And hypersexuality is such a funny thing too, because a lot of it can stem from trauma, and it's
Yeah.
really like
Totally.
it becomes such a It's funny because like even being a hypersexual person, I think when people approach me in my personal life, I'm like hypersexuality kind of turns me off coming from other people
Yeah.
because then I'm like, okay, what else? Like,
yeah. It's like, what else is there besides you wanting?
Oh, you mean like
activity?
people that it's kind of like that's just the thing to
Yes.
go to,
Yeah.
right? And that's
Mhm.
like this
That's
is what
the
we're doing
only
here.
connector.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
And it's like,
totally,
listen,
I feel that.
I'm good at having sex, so I know I can have good sex with you. But what are you doing outside of that for me to want to be here? You know,
Right.
Totally.
You need to be offering way more than just your dick.
I have ADHD. I need to be intrigued. I need to be some stimulated.
What
Totally.
hobbies do you have?
Yes, what hobbies?
And again, like going back to the neurodivergent thing, I think it's about like forming a bond, like so you have like a certain amount of trust with somebody,
Exactly.
so that you have the communication.
And that comes especially into play when it comes to kink. Like,
Totally.
oh my
Well,
god.
Absolutely with kink,
Mhm.
because with kink it's like you can actually hurt people,
Yeah.
or
It's
kill them.
exactly. Like the risks are high, so people
Yeah.
have to be informed, they have to practice and everything.
Yes,
And it's like a constant learning process.
always. Yeah,
And especially like when it comes to communicating and consent and that dynamic too with other people.
totally.
When would you say that you first like discovered kink?
Oh, I was very explorative. I was on Tumblr, like,
Oh,
so it's hard to pinpoint.
Right.
It just kind of just shows up amongst all the fucking
all the other things,
all the gifts, all the fan fictions, all the everything.
I look back and like see early days when I had like signs of being kinky, but I didn't know it yet.
Yes,
Like I used to just intuitively draw girls tied up. Like I didn't know why. I just did it because I was like, this is hot.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was that I was drawing, but I did. And then now I'm
Exactly.
like, well,
That
obviously.
makes sense.
Right.
Mhm.
I'll need to do this forever.
Listen,
Yeah.
fork found in
It
kitchen.
was instinctive. There you go.
Yep.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
mhm. Yeah, it's always funny to see the seeds of it.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think most of us can pinpoint some place back in our early childhood or early development where we're like, yeah, it makes sense actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking back, you're kind of like, this is why it was that way.
Mhm. Sometimes people are just more, I think, like, I think people like lean certain ways and like what senses kind of lead them, and
Mhm.
part of that is the sensuality of it. Mhm.
Say that again?
Part of it is like the sensuality of it, like kind of like seeking that out is like
Yeah.
another way of like getting better at it, and like
Right.
you don't realize it until later on. You're an adult. You're looking back. You're like, well, damn.
Totally. No, I mean, the early days were a mess.
Oh my goodness, yeah. The early days.
Yo.
It's so funny
Oof.
because usually people talk about this and they're like, "Oh man, it was rough," and I'm like, "Dang, this is how I know that I was low key like groomed because I had really great sex."
Yeah.
like that. Like my
Well,
introduction
uh-huh.
to sex was good.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were dealing with
Someone who
like
was older than me, who was
experience,
experienced,
Mhm.
someone
right?
who knew what they were doing,
Right.
and showing me.
There you go.
So I feel like I was slowly. That was the turning point of me
Well,
being gifted.
Pluses and minuses, I suppose.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was also like, as I said earlier, when I turned 18, I was like, I want to like I've like been with a lot of other people who are like around my age, and
Mhm.
like most of the time I'm usually the one who takes the lead,
Yeah.
and now I kind of want to like be in a position where I can like experience the opposite of that. Like I kind of want to like be led through this experience,
Hell yeah.
and like so that's kind of why I was seeking it out. But like I said, the people who I was seeking out then, I wouldn't necessarily look at now,
Right.
even
Mhm.
if like I was this age, like now meeting them,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they serve the purpose for that period of your life.
Exactly. I got
That's
my
just
nut
not
off.
who you are anymore.
I got my nut off, and
There
that's
you
great.
go. There you go. It's how you discover. It's how you became the person you are today.
Absolutely.
Do you
Love that.
have a proudest moment?
Proudest moment. Honestly, I think like just even going to Exotica last year was
Hell
kind
yeah.
of big for me because I had just kind of started digital content
Right.
like the kind of year before that. It
And
was
your first time going.
Exactly. It was my first time going. I was like, wow, I'm kind of going to a convention like my first year in like the industry. Like that's kind of wild. And I honestly once like my Trist interview also got like put out. I was like, because it was like, oh shit, like work I've done is like actually coming back now.
Wait, so can we just delve into this a little bit? Can
Uh-huh.
you tell me more about this Trist interview?
So yes, they reached out to me and they wanted to interview me. And like, they like asked kind of like a series of questions, and like you write the responses once you put it back. I was so stressed out over it.
Really?
I was so stressed out over it.
Overthinking it.
Proofreading.
Oh my god, I was reaching out to all my friends, all my
Oh,
peers. I was like,
is
please
this
help
right?
me, please. I don't know what I'm doing. But it was great to like have so much help from like the people around me, because like I don't know if y'all know this, hoes are smart as hell.
Yeah,
Like
you
these
gotta
sluts
be.
are smart, like they're educated, and
Yeah.
it's great because I get to be like, please help me.
Right. There's
Like-
always someone in your corner who's gonna have the answer.
And then really being able to fine tune that, I think also like kind of marks a point in like my sex work career, which
That's
is something that I didn't expect. Yeah, it was
That's
really
cool.
sick. Mhm.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And it happened so recently that I'm still like, wow.
Here we are.
Mhm.
I feel the same way, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like when you start, like all of the hard work that you've done really pays off when
Right.
you do small things like that,
Uh-huh.
and you're like, oh, people actually like are noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's also that side of like, oh my god, being perceived.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel that every day of my life. It's like, look at me, but also don't perceive me.
Oh my god. It's like people look at me and they think things about me.
Right.
No.
Crazy thoughts.
That's cute.
Have you ever had someone tell you anything like crazy?
A lot of times, every day of my life, somebody tells me something crazy.
Yeah, I forget we're also in New York. So
Yeah.
it's like
That's the norm.
Yeah, it kind of is the norm.
Mhm.
I guess like work life related.
You know what? When I went on tour in Atlanta, somebody put a comment in one of the tour posts that they saw me and the provider I was touring with. They saw us on the plane, and I was like, "Oh my god, why would you comment that?"
Right.
Because like really, like here's the thing: if somebody recognizes me in person, like I don't necessarily mind if they like say hi to me. You know, I'm
Yeah.
not against it. I would honestly maybe be a little shocked at first because
Right.
I still don't expect it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like sometimes people will find me and they'll be like, "Oh, I saw you on Twitter or something," and then when I'm like, "Oh, you saw me on Twitter? Oh no!"
What's so crazy about that? I found you on Twitter. Recently, I found out that many people who I've like worked with in my life have videos of me saved on their Twitter, but don't know it's me. And I'm just like,
I had that too. Okay, wait.
what?
I had that too. So I'm gonna name drop, we're gonna blur it. But when I was with he had called me recently and I was like, "Yeah, have you seen my Twitter?" And he was like, "Oh nah." And then I was like, "Oh, look at it." And he was like, "Yo, who's this girl over here with the buns?" And I was like, "With the pink glasses?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That's me, honey." I was like, "Maybe that's me." He was like, he had to see the tattoo. He had to see this tattoo and then be like, "Oh, wait a second." And he was like, "Wait, I have to hang up because I'm not gonna come to what borough you're living in right now." And I was like,
Men are so dumb.
it's so funny though because it's like, I love doing the cosplay and the little costume changes. Like
Yeah,
sometimes I'll switch
yeah.
up like my glasses or my hair or my makeup or something like that, and it's so funny how just
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
recognize
honestly,
them.
sometimes that's enough for someone to be like, "Oh, I didn't even recognize."
It's the
you."
Clark Kent. The
It's
Clark
like the
Kent.
Superman.
They almost
Yes.
don't expect to see you. In
Oh,
that
you're
kind of
you're just
setting.
wearing different glasses,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
like,
literally.
that's all it takes.
Oh yeah, I had my hair
Suddenly your
like
shirt's off, and they're like, "Who's that?"
I had my hair in like 2 buns.
All they can see
It's
is
funny.
the titties.
People recognize me with my shirt off more often than not.
That makes sense.
I was looking through my camera roll earlier today because I had to put a profile photo up for something
Sure.
for the player app.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because I was looking through my camera roll. I was like, "Fuck, my tits are out in all of this." Every photo I put up, they're like, "This is not agreeing with our community values."
I also put out a photo I think that Priscilla took, and they were like, "Can't use this photo." I was like,
"Oh my god!"
All
It's
the
like
time.
I have titties. Like
right. I'm sorry.
they gonna be in the photo.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I feel like everyone is frustrated with everything on the internet and just platforms in general.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about working with like an agency?
I'm actually talking with somebody to like be my manager, which is like it was a really cool proposition and like it was something that like it's somebody who like I would trust enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really like excited for it, but I was also like, "Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, this all sounds really great. Give me like a month and I'll come back to you because like I just have to wrap my like I'm still not used to the concept of having fans."
Right.
And like so I'm still wrapping my head around that as a concept. So I have to like wrap my head around the concept of like having a manager
Right.
who
Sure.
like would ultimately like because I think an agency does a lot of work, but I do personally enjoy a more like one-to-one thing.
Right.
And this is somebody who would help me in other ways besides just necessarily sex work,
Sure.
where it would be like time management, working with my
It's
schedule.
it's almost like an assistant.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically to
Yeah.
help you get everything done.
Like a manager kind of / assistant thing, but I was like, yeah,
That's the way to go, honestly. 'cause
Yeah.
there are definitely downsides to working with an agency.
oh yeah.
A lot of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I heard recently, I didn't know this about mainstream porn that they have to like put a needle into their dick if like their dick doesn't get hard.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was
mean, you don't have to, but you can stick around for that.
Oh yeah,
Right,
like
right.
a lot of because I was working with like more like male creators recently, and they were like, "Yeah, I won't do mainstream," and I was like, "Oh, why?" And they had like part of the thing in the contract. A lot of them for like mainstream stuff is like if it doesn't get hard, if it doesn't get up, like they put like they get it up.
Chemically make it happen.
Yes, they make it happen.
And also, I saw this documentary about that, that shit will kill you
Yo.
over time.
Oh my god.
If you continue doing that.
I think I saw the same documentary where someone was like
I've never seen it.
experiencing those effects.
See, this is
Yeah.
gonna be our next movie night. We're gonna watch it.
Word.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, that was a bad. I can't remember exactly what it was, but like the person in it was like basically doing like gay porn for pay.
Yeah.
And they were doing that because they couldn't get
I think
hard
it's on
naturally.
Hulu or Netflix.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
I
so it
watched
was like they were taking this drug, but the drug was like physically affecting them.
Yeah.
Even though they were in like amazing shape.
Mhm.
Yeah, people often ask if I would work mainstream, and I'm like, there are pros and cons, but like, if I were to ever do something, it would have to be like just right for me to want to do it.
Exactly. I think there's also a lot of benefits to being like independent creators.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to really
you can-
do anything I don't want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
And you can, as an independent creator, work for a mainstream company for like a scene.
and
Yeah,
then be
exactly.
out
And then
with
be
your
out.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's hella bread.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, and then you're
Mhm.
not, locked into whatever they need.
Exactly. I think
Exactly.
also it's great to be independent because you don't have to be pigeonholed too.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Like
so true.
I really enjoy that.
It's so interesting
s-
working with more different creators, and when they like, I get the notification from ManyViz that they've tagged me in a video, and I see what they've named it, and I'm like, oh,
It was like stepbrother or something like
Interesting.
that.
You know what's so funny?
it's like slutty goth, big ass.
Okay.
The tags
Just yeah,
You're
are
right.
so
anything you think of.
interesting.
Bizarre.
Yeah,
The tags are so
They
interesting.
don't like make any sense for like what the clip even is. Usually,
No,
it's just
oh my
kinda, like,
God.
completely incontextual.
And
Mhm.
like I think that like even just like in description and stuff like that, like like keywords will get your video found, even if
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
lower.
that's why.
It'll show up algorithm wise.
Right.
So like I encourage people to kind of use the right tags, but like also like as a creator, you kind of experiment with the tags that work for you. Like not for nothing, like I because I'm a little bit on the thicker side, and
Yeah.
like I've recently been like other people have like that I've worked with have tagged me as like Asian BBW. And I
We
was
talked about
like,
that.
yeah, and I was like, I don't think I'm necessarily a BBW, but like, let me
Right.
tag a few videos as this. And I was like, fuck, wait, it's actually doing really well.
It's working.
No, it's
Mhm.
working. I
It-
remember I also got hired by someone who tagged the videos I created for them as BBW, and I got
Uh-huh.
a lot of new fans. And I was like,
Huh.
really? Because when I think about BBW, I think about someone who's like not my size.
Exactly. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
about
Bigger than my size.
exactly
Me
because
too.
I'm
So I
still
think it's
mid-size.
interesting
Yeah.
that like instead of average, I guess average isn't a selling word.
Mhm. You know what it is? Because I'm mid-size where I'm like not plus size, but I'm like above regular sizing for a
There
lot
it
of
is.
things.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's interesting.
Mid-size is not flashy.
No, it's not
There
flashy.
are no flashy words for it.
But there's also what I've realized is that there's a racial aspect to it because a lot of Asian women tend to be tiny.
Right.
So because
Okay.
of that, like I tend to do well if I are like market as an Asian BBW
Okay.
specifically, and it's
You're, like,
because
niching down.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And that niching down sometimes it works.
It does.
I'm getting the chubby chases now, and honestly, they're kind of great. I kind of love them.
Good.
Yeah, they're sweet.
Yeah,
They're sweet.
That's what I would imagine.
Mhm. Yeah. And I love working with like bigger creators too. Like I mean like physically bigger because I
Yeah.
think it's great to kind of like meld your two audiences together too.
Yeah, exactly.
hmm
All about that.
Different body types and
That's
different
what I'm
like
saying.
people. I don't like working with somebody where it's like every person you work with looks the same.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, I love like this as like a threesome because it's like none of us look the same.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Visually interesting tattoos.
Exactly.
Color.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally.
The alternative. Look.
Exactly. And like it's funny because like that's really a thing. People love their little alt baddies.
They do.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
recently
yeah.
did
That's
a
a selling
tattoo
point.
tour for like a video. I'm
Oh,
excited to get the content back.
I want to do more tattoo. I want to get more done. That's really the like
Wait,
it.
What is a tattoo tour for a video?
Yeah, like a porn video.
Yeah,
But,
you like
it
show
starts
every.
with, like,
Oh,
me
tattoo.
naked, and they're,
Oh,
like-
okay.
and then they ask me questions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that.
I want to sell it.
Nice.
Oh.
Sell the video.
Oh. My gosh.
I mean, we're kind of going for like just by default an alternative porn company,
Yeah.
just because like we're alternatives. So
Right.
Yeah.
It naturally makes sense. That
exactly.
A lot of the people we
Mhm.
interview and interact with are also alternative in some
Exactly.
way.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's also
It's
fun
another
when
thing
I.
about mainstream. You're
Oh,
not allowed
yeah.
to be
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Or like
That's
you have to
also what I
be this specific type of alternative that
Mhm.
like fits in this like Barbie
aesthetic
box.
that
Uh-huh.
they think is
Yeah,
what
exactly.
they wanna
The
sell.
It's like corporate alternative.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
It is corporate alternative.
Target goth.
Yeah, very
Yeah, and oh, marketing that way is just always so funny.
I know.
Uh-huh. And it's funny working with creators who like aren't like very alternative, because then it's like, oh, like what kind of plot are we gonna make out of this? Like I love like making a little story in the video.
What are your
Uh-huh.
favorite like role play scenarios?
You know what? It's hard to say because I feel like I want to do more roleplay scenarios where it's more kink based. I've done like roleplay scenarios where like I've done videos where I was like aged up Wednesday Adams gets monster fuckered.
Cosplay.
Yes,
Yeah, we love
cosplay.
cosplay.
I've done like the Vaporeon and Team Rocket one, you know.
Cool.
What else have I done? I feel like I've done like a pretty varied amount, but like it's funny because when I'm so bad at porn acting because I
Right.
get up there and I just get so excited to get fucked and you can see it on my face. I be over there like, ooh,
Dick.
yeah. I'm like, yay, I get to fuck,
Right.
and it's like you're supposed to look scared, and I'm like,
You gotta give yourself roles where you're playing excited.
yes,
Happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
giddy, yeah.
I know. That is the thing about porn is like a certain part of it is acting.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets easier with time too. You just
Yeah,
have
it
to give
is.
yourself that challenge of
For sure.
doing those different storylines and playing the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to do because it is like I love that aspect in like D&D and stuff and like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yo, so you should bring those characters into your porn.
I want to make D&D porn actually.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
That would be fun.
oh yeah.
I think you were telling me about someone who was interested in working with you. Or maybe not.
I think I talked with somebody about making like elf porn or something.
Oh, that's right. You honestly,
I can't believe I've not had that concept before.
Yeah.
I kind
elf
of
porn?
have had like a little fairy core elf
Fairy
moment,
core.
Uh-huh.
but I also want to do it in a cemetery, and I'm just like,
Ooh.
very
Yes.
risky, very risky.
I
can make
But
it
I want
happen.
to do it.
There's cemeteries upstate that nobody's watching.
There's locations.
True.
Little road trip.
That's what I'm saying.
Little road trip. We'll go together.
I
We're
thought
gonna
just
get
a
a
bunch
car
of fairy
soon. I
nymphs.
didn't tell you that, but it's relevant here.
Okay, cool.
Say again, fairy nymphs.
Yeah, just fairy nymphs
Fuck yeah.
in the cemetery.
We'll time it around a full
Oh,
moon
yeah.
or some shit.
Getting fucked. To what was that storyline in True Blood with the fairy nymphs? Getting like they were getting like the evil fucked out of them. I don't know.
I love that.
It's funny because I
Sounds
always
like-
say that to people. I'm like, "Yo, what are you like?" I always say I have the attitude and the irritation. It's like a
Right.
demon, like right in the back of my
When are you
pussy.
gonna fuck out
When is the demon going to get fucked out of me?
Speed round time.
Yay!
What is your favorite position?
Doggy.
Why?
I
that
like
was fast. Man.
I like tossing it back.
I get it.
I toss it back aggressively.
Yeah. Okay.
Same. Where's the hottest place that you've done it?
The hottest place? Hard to say. Oh, yeah, that's a hard question. I feel like I've done it in some questionable places.
Yeah, you can name a few.
Oh my god, when I was younger, I hooked up with one of my ex, like was like one of my boyfriends at the time. We hooked up in a stairwell of like a mall parking lot in Jersey.
Sounds very high school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also in Jersey, trashy as fuck, which we
Oh,
love.
Church parking lot against the wall of the church.
Oh yes.
I like that.
That's a
Middle of
good
the
one.
night. Yeah.
Cute. What are you weirdly attracted to?
Weirdly attracted to. Hard to say. I think that I'm really attracted to smells. I'm really attracted to smells.
Pheromones.
Yeah, I like if they smell good sweaty, then it's like, oh, I wanna eat you.
Yeah, I love your skin.
Yes.
Cute. Is there anything that you're surprised that you're into that you didn't think you would be?
Recently I got my armpit licked and I actually really liked it because this person was also all over my ass and my feet and everything, and I was like, oh, I like it when somebody's like really into or obsessed with like different parts of my body.
Yes.
Mhm.
Being worshipped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The worships.
Hmm.
Do you have any favorite brands for like lingerie or clothes?
Huh. I'm still kind of exploring kind of what I like. There's like certain boutique shops that I'll go to for like lingerie pieces because of like my giant titties.
Right.
Mm.
I like don't really like buying stuff like off the rack or online unless I know that they're gonna fit. So I tend to go more so in person, and I
Yeah.
just find stuff.
That's fair.
Hmm.
If you were a day of the week, what day would you
I think I'm a Saturday.
be? Okay.
Mm.
Why
I'm a
Saturday?
Saturday morning cartoons.
That makes sense.
I'm pretty hedonistic, and I feel like Saturdays like
Yeah,
The
that's
day
where
to
you
fuck.
let it all out.
exactly,
Right?
yeah. That's where people kind of get everything
Yeah.
off.
We did have an orgy on a Saturday, on a couple Saturdays actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Saturday is the orgy day.
Saturday's the orgy day.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's cute.
Probably
Mhm.
the most orgies in the world happen on Saturdays.
I would think
believe
so,
it.
right?
I would think so.
It's a comfortable day.
Yeah.
Mhm,
It's when most
absolutely.
people are like available for the orgy.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
is the hedonistic day.
Oh, absolutely.
And then this was random that I wanted to add, but if you could give yourself like an emote, for example, usually when I'm at parties and I introduce myself as Bats, I'll say I'm Bats
Oh,
because I can speak low, so
Right.
it's helpful to give myself wings.
that's
Yes.
How would you
fair.
introduce yourself?
So you know what? When I used to work lap dance parties, and these parties were usually like loud with the music and everything, I would go up to people and I would say, "Hi, my name is Fortune," like the cookie, and usually that's when they get it. But
Mhm.
other than that, I think I tend to just like
Mhm.
go like,
Yeah. Ding.
uh huh.
Yes.
What would your emote be?
I don't know. Like Max is pretty straightforward. I'd just be like,
I love that. Either that or shaking ass.
yeah, that's a good one.
Cute.
Cute.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thanks
this
for
was
being
great. A lot
here.
of fun.
Until later. But also, until next time, you just watched an episode with Consensual Carnage.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
You got it.
And this is why we're friends.
Yeah.